Going to work, Mom?
Gee.
You want to come say hi to the camera? Hi! Bye, Mom. Hello, hello, hello. It is me. You may have not ever seen my face before, or you are seeing my face for the billionth time and you're sick of it. I just filmed this look using all of the different products that I purchased from Sephora over the last couple weeks. They recently had a 20% off sale for VIB Rouge, and I went a little ham, even though I said that I wouldn't buy any more stuff from Sephora over until the year was up. But guess what? I did it anyways. You know, I have a whole box here full of stuff that I ordered from Sephora, a bunch of stuff that I already have. It's kind of chill. I'm just doing this makeup look, very toasty, I did this toasty look. I know it's not fall anymore, but you know, winter makes me think of like bonfires. My feet and hands are always cold. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's just go to the makeup look. Shut up, Rhea. So I thought it would be cute to start every video off with something that maybe I'm grateful for, you know, a cute story, just something to lift your mood up before we get into all of my screaming and panicking as my dirty eyeshadow brush isn't blending properly. I have a couple friends. I live in one part of the city and they live on the complete opposite part of the city. When I drive to their house, it is like a road trip. I pee before I leave. I grab some snacks. I make sure I'm cozy. I've got some road trip tunes. Oh my god, I would honestly rather drive to Banff than drive to their house. And if you live in my city, you know what I mean when I say that. And last weekend, I don't know. Time is a human construct, so it doesn't matter. I went to their house for like a 2-day sleepover. Honestly, I think their house is like a very healing place. That's the latest I've stayed up in like a really long time, and we stayed up for like 6 hours until literally 6 a.m. just talking. And Myra, Hiba, if you're watching, I love the both of you. I just wanted to share with everyone this Polaroid that we took. As you can see, my eyes are closed. My friends Myra and Hiba, they look absolutely gorgeous, fantastic. And then in the background, I don't know if you can see on the kitchen wall, Hiba right there, she's covered the entire wall in drawings and artwork of hers. You'll probably see on my Instagram, there's a photograph of a canvas covered in artwork. There's like a baby, there's a dude with like watercolor clouds across his face and a sunflower. So my favorite thing about that entire weekend was that me, Hiba, and Myra, we sat down on the ground and we just painted and drew with Crayola crayons for like an hour and a half. It was honestly the most beautiful thing. I think it's very important to show gratitude and love for people who deserve it, for experiences that deserve it, and I definitely think that that weekend and Hiba and Myra deserve it. So we have our box of Sephora goodies. We're just gonna try some stuff. I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. Everyone knows what this is. Here we are, just applied the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. Okay, so the next thing I have in here is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup in the shade 5W1 Bronze. Back when my acne was really bad, I just heard that it was like a really good foundation for if you didn't want your skin to break out. It's extremely high coverage. I purposefully used the Rose Gold Elixir drops instead of the Unicorn Essence drops, which I also bought, just because I was hoping that it would help sheer it out a bit and keep a little bit more dewy, because I'm not into like the super matte second face, not second skin kind of look. That didn't work. I'm actually so nervous right now. I actually haven't seen very many tutorials on this foundation. Okay, I think I put too much on my hand, so we're just gonna go through and blend this. When I apply foundation, I apply it to like the edges of my face, just because I don't want to have a ton of product here. This was my mirror, and I have a bird. He's a cockatiel named Sam, and he stole it. Like every day when I do my makeup, he started sitting in front of this, just because he's as self-obsessed as his mom is, and now I can't take this mirror from him just because it's his favorite. It's like a full-length mirror for a bird. So yeah, I stole this from him, and if you hear some screaming from my bird, he's hanging out with my mom and he's trying to look for this mirror or another one. It's kind of like my go-to cheap concealer. Yeah, this doesn't make me break out. The thing I like about this concealer is that it's very skin-like. I think they call it like a serum. Bright Future Serum Concealer. And by the way, it's in the shade Pecan Pie. It's shade 12. If you're my skin shade and you're watching this, but I think at this point you're probably all gonna be my friends. I watch Jackie Aina, you probably do too. I let my concealer dry down just because then I get a little bit more coverage out of it. The blendability ends up being nice and my beauty blender doesn't pick it all up. I am gonna contour like the tiniest bit. This is, by the way, the Anastasia stick foundation in the shade Mink. I bought the Anastasia contour kit a couple years ago and it is so thick and I don't really use it. Like, I've been wanting to sell it. Literally, this is the only shade that I use off of it. Somebody please come buy that off of me because yeah, so as you can see, I need to get new brushes because this like literally fell off of the thing one day. Is that a patch of contour or is that my cheek hair? So the next thing that we have here is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And I had been wanting this for a really long time, but I wanted the medium deep color. We got some scissors, we got this, let's see if we can. Yeah, so I went to Sephora like a billion times over the last like year and I wanted to get the translucent setting powder. I don't know if this is true or not. I heard this from like a couple employees, so don't quote me on this. Laura Mercier sent Sephora like one shipment of the medium deep translucent setting powder and never any after that, which was why they were always out of stock of it. Oh my god, you know what? This isn't happening. Yeah, so this time when the sale came around, I was not enthusiastic. I was just kind of like, okay, let's just check to see if they have it the way that I always do when I go to Sephora, but I didn't expect anything, and it turns out that they restocked it. So thank you for hooking us medium deep girls up, Laura Mercier, but I'm a little disappointed that it took you this long to include me. I feel a little discluded. Yeah, so I hate these little like these things. Like, this is what my mom would use. Oh, this is gonna happen. Let's test this out, see if it's the right shade or not. Oh, Okay, we're just gonna keep trying. Oh my god! Okay, Laura Mercier and any other brands that do setting powder, I need you to come through for someone who is brown. Y'all have powders for white people, y'all have powders for black people, but I am feeling a little underrepresented right now. Oh my god. It's the dead of winter right now. I do not need to look like this kind of bronze goddess. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna... Not happy about that. That's going in the return pile. Laura Mercier. Y'all are gonna get an email. So this is the Cover FX Matte Setting Powder in the shade Medium. We're just gonna try and fix this. There we go. Now this I like because it's not super light. I don't get any flashback from this powder. And now just because I do get a little bit more oily here, which dabbing of powder in those areas and my smile lines, which I'm 19, I shouldn't have smile lines, but what can I say? I'm a happy girl. I think it's so weird when people don't set the bottom parts of their faces. Why are you okay with the foundation coming out in these areas? Which I'm okay with that when I'm doing a more sheer look, but we're not doing a sheer look. So my next step is always brows. Okay, yeah, so I didn't buy any new brow stuff. I've had this dip brow for like a year and a half. Although just recently I did buy the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which is supposed to be like a dupe, an actual dupe, not like a fake dupe of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I haven't used the Anastasia Brow Wiz in like like years, just because I was like, I can't afford that anymore. So I don't know if this is an actual dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I like it. I use it to line the bottom of my brows and work those little hairs in. So this is in the shade Espresso. It's a second lightest shade because that's what I usually used to get in the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I don't know why I did that. Like, I knew NYX was a drugstore brand, and drugstore brands never have a wide enough shade range. And yeah, drugstore brands never have a wide enough shade range. So long as you don't take a flash photography photograph of like my brows from like this angle, we're good. Now for the top part, I use my pomade. I need a little bit more filling on the tops. I'm still using castor oil to grow my brows out from the top. My brow looks a little awkward just because I snipped a little bit too much on the top here. Brush them through just to distribute the product, blend it out. My MAC Soft Ochre Longwear Paint Pot. Once this finishes, I'm gonna switch to a different primer just because I'm not using MAC products anymore. There's too much there. We're not gonna get into today. Okay, so I have been waiting to get this palette since it came out. I have been so, every time I saw it, I was like please be mine. And when I finally went to go get this palette online for the sale, they sold out. And then so yesterday I went to Sephora with my best friend and I saw that they had a bunch in stock. They were just kind of sitting in the corner and I was like, yeah, I didn't know if I should get this palette or not just because I was like, I've spent a huge amount at Sephora already this month. My best friend was like, you know what, treat yourself, you deserve this. And you know what, I agreed with her. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's, oh my god, so beautiful. These shadows are so buttery. And I love the fact that the mirror in this is not one of those mirrors that like is wonky and like changes the shape of your face. Like, it's a legitimate mirror. I'm just taking the shade S'more, the matte pale shade, and using that to set the primer. We're just gonna go right in with the shade Cozy. That shade right there. We're just gonna go right in with the shade Cozy. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. We're just gonna start on the outside and we're just gonna blend it into the crease. Now I've got like my clean blending brush here. Yeah, so I'm going to take a little bit more of Cozy and work it into my crease. Build up that color just because, just look at it. God, my heart is breaking. It's going to be a really basic shadow look. The next shade I'm going to go in with is Fireside. That's the darkest shade right here. And we're going to very gently like pack it into the outside and inner corner. Okay, this isn't doing the job. I need a different brush. This is a little bit denser. This is going to help me get that. Oh yeah. Get that color into the corners. I'm gonna take some more Cozy. There's not very much fallout from this palette, so she does not need to keep that bakage underneath there. So I like to take whatever excess powder is left on my brush and just work that into my neck. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of Cozy. Work that into my bottom lash line. I'm just gonna do both steps with the other side now. I think I got all of the darkness that I wanted to get in there. This palette, man. Yeah, I don't know. I like to, like when I'm applying the lower lash lines, I don't like to stay tight into the lash line. I kind of like to accentuate like my bags and stuff, which sounds like really stupid, but I don't know, I like it. I'm just taking a little bit of Cozy and applying it to my crease just to warm it up again, which I know is like, you don't go back in with like lighter colors, but I just feel like it needs a little bit more warmth. So now I'm just taking Flame and just going right in there, and I find that this works better for me with my fingers instead of a brush. I feel like you don't get as much color payoff with a brush. Apply that right to the center. Okay, how does that look? We're gonna take Simmer. That's that shade right there. And I'm gonna apply it to my inner corner. Oh my god, my contact lens is covered in eyeshadow. I have shadow in my eyeballs, but wow, this is, yeah. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline Lash Sensational. Oh, fun trick to doing this, it's just mascara. I actually did purchase some falsies yesterday. They're the Quill Luxe False Lash by Sephora. And then I realized that just last week I threw out my lash glue because I never wear lashes. So this mascara will have to do, and honestly, I think that mascara is doing the job for me. I have this Makeup Forever Cream High Definition Blush, and it's in the shade 335. It's the second Skin Cream Blush. So I usually just take my finger in there, kind of just take that blush and work it into my cheeks. So I feel like the cream blush didn't do very much for me, and I don't know, in this lighting, I'm not. So I'm just gonna take this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. Is that too much? So I'm just gonna take the Becca Highlighter in the shade Topaz. I'm gonna get my setting spray and set this, and then we're gonna go in with some lipstick. Okay, so I'm using the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. Okay, now that my face is set, I'm gonna go on with my Carmex chapstick. I got this NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Cocoa. So I got this Everlasting Liquid Lipstick Set by Kat Von D. I just want my lipstick. It's got 8 little mini lipsticks. Black shade that everyone's seen, Witches. Lovecraft. It's like a pinky, whatever. I don't think I'm going to be wearing this. This is too pink icy for me. Madrid. I like the name of that. Sanctuary. Exorcism. Hawkwind. Ludwig, who knows. And then we have damped. I don't want to go super dark today because I have a lot going on up here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with the lighter one. Yeah, so that's a completed look. Thank you for watching. You're probably gonna see that this video already has like 124 views or something like that, and I promise you they're all me. I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you want to see from me in the future. If you already know me, you kind of know what kind of stuff I have to offer. If you don't know me, you've seen my face, you have heard my voice. Let me know if you want to hear it more. Let me know how you want to hear it. I'm Haria. Don't forget to stay happy and healthy. I'll see you guys next time.